Hi, everybody. As of today, we are going to discuss a passive voice, one of the most common voice that is used by every person who are fluent in English. Now, some of you might be know what is passive voice? When and how do we use it? Is this possible for us to achieve English fluency? Yes, it is. Now, before we get to the material, let's get back to the basics. Now, as some of you know, all of you might seem confused about this passive voice. Now, let's get to know the simple one. The meaning of passive voice is an antonym of the active voice, whereas the sentence is rewritten for the object or agent who are actually performing the verb for that subject. And that subject is actually received the action by the object or the agent. Therefore, the most important thing or the most important person are the subject of that sentence. Now, let's ask, when and why do we use passive voice? We use passive voice to show interest in a person or object that experience an action instead of the subject that performs the action. And now, let's get with the form. The form is, if it goes, it's like this. The first one begins with the subject, optimized with a model, with the system of grammatical verbs have with the model be, and using the third verb, which is the past participle, and can only use by phrase if the agent of that sentence is clear or obvious. You get it? Okay, now let's get to the examples. All right, now here I'll show you the examples of every passive voice. And now I'm going to example two examples of these sentences. Now let's get to the first one. Dan Aykroyd writes the Ghostbusters movie. You want to know? The Dan Aykroyd itself is the subject along with the object, or the Ghostbusters movie is just a complement. Therefore, it is not a passive voice. It's more of an active voice. And now to change it, we're going to have we're going to have to change the object, the end of the sentence, into the beginning of the sentence. And therefore it is etc. And the verb must be changed into the third verb. And now, after you transformed it, it goes like this. The Ghostbusters movie is written by Dan Aykroyd. Right here, we have the object or the agent, which is a Dan Aykroyd. Piece of cake, right? Now, let's get to the second example. Now, the second example, it goes like this. Lou Pearlman invented Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Is the same goes as the first example, only this is plural. So instead of using was, we use were. But this time, we use the form of simple past. And now we have to change it into Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were invented by Lou Pearlman. So here, I got you a short exercise. We have a present perfect, eh, simple future, present progressive, past perfect, and along with the models. It goes with the different terms. And how do we use it? We have to change only with the different perspectives. As the first one is the present perfect, we have to change it has been. But after the subject, you have to complete it with has been, and the rest, you have to complete it itself. Only we got two possibilities on number one and number four. And after the second, third, and fifth, these just going with the simple one. Just go with the flow. Only use a simple future, present progressive along with the modals. So there you have it. Sure, you might be confused. I guess you can study it on your own. All right, that is all for today. And if there's anything you would like to say, you can speak anytime. All right. So thank you. Bye bye.